studio, I have Danstan Omari and I have Gabriel Mudhuma, both political analysts. What does this mean for ODM now?
You see, Linda, I think we go back to the same sentiments that we were airing there a while ago. You see, in a normal workable nation, an upright government, an upright democracy, the nation revolves or orbits around the axis of law and order. So when those two principal virtues are removed, immediately you have riot, and all other vices associated with not having law and order comes in.
Okay.
IEBC is an agent mandated to help and navigate this nation to having credible elections. They have ruled
That
by law,
primaries
according
cannot
to
go
what
on.
Danstan has told us, and he's a legal expert. And when he questions the like of Orengo and the likes of the former AG being in that camp, and they cannot guide and interpret the party leader to understand, we have a major problem.
Listen, we're staying on the nominations, but right now we are crossing over to Machakos, where Murimi Mwangi is on the ground. Murimi, good to see you. What's happening on the ground? Are we still having nominations tomorrow?
Good morning, Linda. On my way here, I did speak to the ODM party officials here in Machakos County, and they insist that they will proceed with their nominations as had been initially set out to happen. But remember, majority of the candidates that will be contesting on the ODM party ticket here in Machakos County will most likely be getting direct nominations, since in most of the seats you happen to only have one candidate seeking the ODM party ticket. For instance, of the 28 candidates that are seeking the ticket of the ODM party, only 2 will be contesting for parliamentary seats, that in Mavoko and Yatta. The rest of them will be seeking the county assembly seats, and in most cases, these guys will be given direct nominations by virtue of the fact that they do not have competitors from within the areas where they will be contesting. But of course, a key question for these particular aspirants, even as the nominations come in from tomorrow, is with regard to the legitimacy of their nomination by the ODM party. Remember, the IEBC has made it clear that there should be no party primaries before the names of the said aspirants have been gazetted, and that was set to happen on Wednesday next week. And there are some legal thinkers who argue that this could set the stage for a series of petitions in the future before the main election, and even possibly even after the general election, because any party might move to court and argue that the candidate that won, say, the nomination or the main election was not properly cleared by their political party. And therefore, it is a discussion that has gotten ODM thinking and even talking, but they insist that they will be holding their nominations tomorrow. Linda.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring up that point, Murimi, because we have Danstan and Gabriel Mudhuma in studio, and they both agree that there are legal implications for ODM if they go against the IEBC. But the most interesting thing that has come from the conversation, the fact that you have one candidate contesting for one particular seat, just one on ODM. Did I hear you correct? Murimi, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Linda, but I didn't quite get your question.
Okay, so this is what I'm asking. I'm saying it's interesting that you bring in the fact that there could be legal implications for ODM if they indeed go ahead with these nominations, because IEBC insists the names must be gazetted first. But let's look at the candidates that will be contesting this particular seats on ODM ticket. Apparently, there's one candidate at some area, just one. Is it because of Wiper?
Well, it is an interesting discussion. Remember, this is a stronghold of the Wiper party, so to speak, and a majority of those that will be contesting here in Machakos County are eyeing the Wiper party ticket, but of course there's also the Maendeleo Chap party. But besides that particular issue, the fact that you only have one candidate eyeing the tickets for the ODM party for various elective seats here in Machakos County might of course ease them from the tension with regard to the legitimacy of their candidature should they be nominated by the ODM party tomorrow. Because remember, the parties will be handing in the list of their nominees by latest 10th of May. And if indeed some of these candidates do not have competitors here on the ground, then there won't be anybody challenging the legitimacy of their candidature after being handed their nomination papers by the ODM party. Even if that nomination process happens tomorrow, it's just a formality, because for these candidates, they are assured of the ODM party ticket here in Machakos County and will be facing off with a Wiper, which, as we said, has staked a claim on Machakos County as a stronghold of the party. Remember, that was a discussion that was ongoing for quite a long time regarding whether other partners in the National Super Alliance should be fielding candidates within areas that are presumed to be outside the jurisdictions of their strongholds. But of course,